it's Candy here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about things that I no longer buy. Without further ado, let's get started. The first item I no longer buy is the latest tech or cell phones. For instance, before I bought my new cell phone this past year, we bought it as a Black Friday deal. I now have a Samsung 10e, but before that, before last year, I was rolling with a Samsung S5, meaning that that phone was 5 years old before I purchased a new one. Also, I purchased a laptop computer, which is probably about 3 or 4 years old now, because I bought it with the intention of using it for homeschooling my son. And so I haven't bought a new one in like 3 or 4 years. I also have a desktop computer, which is probably close to 10 years old, which works just fine. It does what we need it to do. We can play games on it. I can school my son on it. So it's been great. So basically with that, we do not buy any new technology in this house until it breaks down or the programs that are on it are just incompatible. The second thing that I no longer buy are perfumes. Now, granted, I have body sprays, I do have perfumes in my possession, but I did not buy them. A lot of these were gifted by friends and family, and so I just really prefer to not wear perfumes directly on my skin anyway. A lot of times if I do spray a perfume, I'll spray it on my clothing rather than directly on my skin. And most of the time I don't really even have to use any perfume. You know, my deodorant works just fine and I smell just fine. The next item that I do not buy are feminine hygiene products. I still take care of my feminine hygiene, but instead of using your regular tampons or pads that you can buy from the store, I now use what's called a Diva cup or a menstrual cup, and it works great. I also purchased some, I guess, cloth or handmade pads, which have a charcoal lining in them, and those work great as well. And if I can find it, I'll link those products below that I've purchased to replace the feminine hygiene products that I used to buy. I know with some feminine hygiene products, there's the chance of, the toxic shock syndrome and, just other things. The fact that you're putting something in your body that may or may not have toxins in it became an important factor for me in making the decision to switch over to the menstrual cup and the cloth pads. The next thing that I do not purchase are subscriptions. This means subscriptions to TV or movie type subscriptions like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. I don't do any of those. I also don't subscribe to boxes such as Birchbox, I guess, would be one. I think that's a makeup subscription box. FabFitFun, I haven't done that one. Dollar Shave Club. There are a number of boxes that I have not purchased. I just don't see the need for them in my life right now. And so with that in mind, like I said, I don't purchase the movie or the other subscriptions, and I also don't purchase cable. We cut out cable like several years ago, and while we had the lowest package you could get, which was actually pretty reasonably priced, it was the welcome package with Dish Network at the time, and we were only paying $35 a month for that package because I just started realizing like we would have all these channels, and it's like, how you're scrolling through and it's like we had all these channels and nothing to watch, so we were paying initially for all these extra channels, 50, 60, the price just keeps going up and up with cable. And a lot of times they also want you to, some cable subscriptions also want you to bundle with their phone plan and internet plan and any other plan they might have. And in the long run, I think you end up paying more. But with that said, we still canceled our, minimal cable TV because, $35 is $35. And when you're trying to get out of debt like we are, it's really important. Every penny, every dollar counts toward getting that debt paid off, and so that you can live a better life. I'd rather be debt free than pay even a minimal $35 for cable every month. The next thing that I don't buy is home decor. I don't know. We've been living in this house for several years now, since I guess 2009. So going on 11, 12 years now. And as you can see, this picture behind me, it has not changed since we moved in. I just don't see a need to buy home decor right now. Like I said, we're trying to become debt free, and we're trying to pay off other things. And so home decor for me is not on my priority list. So I don't buy home decor. And in fact, a lot of the home decor that I had, my mom helped me out with when we first moved in, I guess just as a gift to us for moving in to our first home. So yes, we're still living in our starter home, and it's been great. I like it here, but like I said, we just don't see it as a priority to invest in a bunch of home decor right now. The next thing that I don't buy is new clothing. The t-shirt that I'm wearing today, I bought literally years ago. I cannot even tell you when I bought it. I guess my personal style is I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of gal. And so I live in the Southeast, and so this is something that I can layer with other pieces. But I do not buy new clothing. I either thrift it or I get it second hand. Now, I think when I did initially buy this shirt, it was new at the time. But like I said, I haven't bought anything new in like several years. And if I do find a new piece that I want to integrate into my wardrobe, I either thrift it or I get it secondhand. For instance, my mom gifted me some jeans and some clothes recently that she could no longer wear. So I took advantage of that. I mean, she and I are pretty much a similar size, and I think that she just couldn't wear those clothes anymore. So I tried them on, and I took home the pieces that fit me and that I thought would work well with my wardrobe. So there again, thrift, secondhand is really great. And I thrift and secondhand a lot of the children's clothing too. So I either purchase their clothes frugally from, like, let's say Walmart. In one of my hauls recently, I bought some, inexpensive Walmart clothing, which I know for children, I mean, you might think that Walmart clothing is not going to last that long. Well, I don't need it to last terribly long anyway, because of the fact that, kids grow so fast. And so, I either buy inexpensive clothing for them, but a lot of times I go to the thrift store, I go to Goodwill, any other charity shop we might have in our area. I will thrift their clothing the majority of the time. The next thing that I do not purchase anymore are specialty kitchen supplies. I do not have a garlic press, a lemon squeezer, a corer. What do you call those things? The things where you can core out the middle of the strawberry. A melon baller. I mean, we don't even really have a full-size food processor in this house. I mean, we have a small one for small things, like if we wanted to really dice up some onions or some tomato, or make a quick little serving of salsa or something like that. But as far as like a big, huge food processor, that's not something we have. I actually gave away, we had a bunch of stuff like a springform pan. We just don't buy a whole lot of specialty kitchen items because honestly, we're not going to use them. The next thing I don't buy are dryer sheets. Now, I know this one, a lot of people say they don't no longer buy dryer sheets because it's either irritating to their skin. I don't think we really had that issue with dryer sheets. It's just we ran out of our last set, and I don't think I just didn't buy anymore. I mean, I think we ran out probably 6 months ago, and I just didn't experiment. I just didn't buy anymore. And you know what? Our clothing is fine. I know in the past I had tried to replace dryer sheets with the wool dryer balls, but for some reason, I don't know what happened, but I was putting, the little essential oil on it to give it a little scent to it. And I don't know what happened, but I had to get rid of the wool dryer balls because it left this weird residue in our dryer one day, and oh my goodness, I had to clean out the dryer. I had to get in there with some physical cleaner and try and clean out the drum of the dryer. So it was crazy. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just don't buy anything and see how it goes. And it's been fine. I can count on one finger, one time where our clothing got staticky, but otherwise it's been fine. And we don't have those skin irritants. Like I said, that really didn't happen to us. I mean, it maybe happened once with my daughter. She kind of got a rash on her skin, and I was like, maybe. But that could have been from trying to use a new laundry detergent as well. So, if there's no need for you to buy dryer sheets, honestly, I mean, the laundry detergent is going to do its job. And plus, if you wanted to soften your clothes, then you can just use white vinegar, I believe, will soften your clothes too. Another thing I don't buy is jewelry. I mean, I'm wearing some earrings here, as you can see, but these were gifted to me a long time ago. Whenever I was a teenager, I got them for a birthday gift from my parents, and they're just little, I don't know if you can see here, but they're just little triangle shaped. They're aquamarine. I think they're 10 or 14 karat gold, which is really nice. I really appreciated that gift because aquamarine, that's my birthstone, so I'm a March baby. Comment below if any of you are March babies. But anyway, like I said, I don't buy jewelry. A lot of the jewelry that I do have was gifted to me. I think the last time I bought jewelry was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it was costume jewelry. And it's starting, and while I like still to wear it, it's wearing out. It's not high quality jewelry. And so I've found that unless you're going to invest in some high quality pieces, expect to throw the pieces out eventually that you have, especially if you buy costume jewelry, because it starts to fade or it starts to warp or it gets broken. So I just don't really invest in jewelry unless it's, like I said, if it's gifted to me, that's fine. That's great. I'll take it. But otherwise, I don't invest my money in jewelry. On that note, I also don't invest in getting my nails done. Now, I think the last time I got my nails done was probably a few years ago. Me and a friend just decided we wanted to have a girls' day, and we went to the nail salon, and I think we got pedicures and manicures, and it was very relaxing and very fun. But this is not something I invest in all the time. In fact, the nail polish that I do have is probably, I think the last nail polish I bought was maybe a year or so ago, and I bought it because I wanted something, because I was dressing up for Halloween, so I wanted some white and some black nail polish just to be fun. But other than that, I have not bought any even nail polish even in quite some time. And so, it's fun to get your nails done every once in a while as a gift to yourself, or to go do it with a friend just for fun. But that is not something I really invest my time or money into these days. And especially now that we're all in quarantine, and even though some spas and stuff have opened up, I just choose not to engage in that activity right now. I also don't pay for haircuts and hair color. As you can see right now, I used to have a pretty short haircut. I mean, it used to be a chin length angle cut, and it has grown out significantly over the past months due to the quarantine. I wasn't even visiting my mom for a while there. And the reason I don't pay for haircuts and color is because I'm so blessed. My mom is a cosmetologist, so she usually does my haircut and color. And she doesn't ask for any money in return for that. I am very blessed and grateful that my mom can provide that to me, because there is no way. I mean, even though I know there's like YouTube tutorials and all this other stuff, there is no way I would cut my own hair. So there might be one day when you see me, guys, with hair down to here, if I couldn't get to my mom for her to cut my hair. And hopefully, Mom, please cut my hair soon. It is so hot in the southeast right now, and this long hair is just really, it's getting to me, guys. So you might see me in the near future, hopefully, with shorter hair and feeling more fresh and more breezy around the neck area. So that's why I don't pay for haircut and color. Now, I did used to dye my hair whenever I was a teenager, and I would buy the box color, and my mom probably cringes when I say that, but, and I do remember a story where I bought a box of hair dye, and my mom had to fix my hair, guys. And it was so embarrassing. And I had like several hours before I had to go into work. And this is so funny, guys, because I had gotten into a bad batch of hair dye, right? And not only did I have to cut my hair, guys, I cut my hair into a pixie haircut. And then my mom had to fix it. And when she was trying to attempt to fix it, I had green streaks in my hair, guys. So, but she finally fixed it, but the green streaks in my hair, y'all, I used to work at Publix, and it matched that teal green that was in my vest that I had to wear because I was a cashier, and I was like, oh no, I was like, I can't go into work like this. Oh gosh, guys, it was so bad. So I don't recommend using boxed hair color unless you're just very proficient at it. And at the time I was proficient at using boxed hair color, but guys, I just got into a bad batch. So again, I'm so grateful and blessed that my mom cuts my hair and she colors my hair. So anyway, guys, moving on. I do not buy new handbags or wallets. I'm not someone who has to have a new handbag every season or every year even. I've had the same purse for going on 3 or 4 years now. I'll be right back. I'm going to find my purse and show you. Okay, I'm back, guys. So this is my purse, and I've had it for a few years. And I don't know if you can see here. I mean, it's got some staining on the front. And it's got some discoloration on the back, which I may be able to take off with a magic eraser. I've tried that before, and most of it came off, but some of it didn't. So as you can see, I haven't bought a purse in quite some time, and you can see the strap here. This is a crossbody purse. You can see it starting to kind of get the little tears in the top. So I have used this purse for years, and I have worn it out, and I actually consigned a lot of my other purses. And so it's not something I invest in. Because one purse will do, you guys. I mean, especially and this brand is called Relic, and I think I even bought it from Walmart, guys. And I think at the time it was only maybe 25 bucks for a crossbody bag that works for me. I mean, it's got this cute zipper pouch in the front, and that holds a lot of stuff, and it's not too terribly heavy, so it doesn't hurt my shoulders or anything. So it's got 2 zippers in the front, and then it's pretty roomy in the middle. And like I said, it can be a crossbody, or you can shorten the straps, as you can see here, and make it shorter. But this has worked for me, and it has worked just fine. Now, this wallet I probably bought like 4 to 5 years ago. This one's from Target. I don't know the exact brand of this one, but I mean, like I said, I've had it for so many years, and it's a wristlet too. So, and it fits in my crossbody bag, and so there's really been no need for me to buy a new bag for these several years. And you know, if I want a new bag, I'm probably going to ask for one for a gift. It's not something that I'm going to invest in myself, because this one is working perfectly fine, and it may not be the most attractive thing anymore, but I mean, hey, it works, you know? So no reason to go out and buy a new one every season, or even every year. The next thing I don't buy is antiperspirant. For a long time, I was an antiperspirant user. And, you know, cancer runs in my family. And then, you know, you start hearing all these awful things about how it can cause, like, you know, breast cancer, because, you know, it's right there near your armpit. It's not allowing you to sweat. And so when I started hearing things like that, and, you know, some of the stuff that can be in antiperspirant, not only the chemicals that make you where you can't sweat, because you're supposed to sweat. Your body's, that's one of the natural functions of your body. You're supposed to sweat. And also that it may have stuff that causes cancer in it. I don't know what exactly those specific ingredients are, but you know, back in the day, people were saying that there was stuff in antiperspirants that can cause you know, cancer. And so since that is something that runs in my family, I just decided that I would go au natural, and I use a crystal deodorant right now, which I may want to switch over, because you have to wet the crystal and then, you know, rub the crystal in your armpit area. And it really doesn't have a scent, you know, and I kind of miss that about antiperspirants, where you have a scent to it. Another deodorant I did purchase a while back, but I didn't find it to be that great, but I'll probably use it up anyway. It was just a plain old deodorant by Love Beauty and Planet, I think is the brand of it. And it was like a coconut scent. I love coconut, so I gave it a go. I mean, I still feel like I could smell BO sometimes, so you know, I'm still experimenting. If you guys know of any good all natural deodorants that I could try, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm really interested in that, because I want to smell nice. I don't want to smell my own body odor, but I also don't want to go back to using antiperspirants because of the health concerns there. And last but not least, guys, another thing that I do not buy are blankets. Now, the reason I don't buy blankets is because my house is already overrun with blankets. A lot of the blankets that we have now were gifted to us, but we also have a lot of sentimental blankets that my grandmother made for me. And so we have enough blankets, and a lot of them are sentimental, so I don't necessarily want to get rid of them, and I don't want to donate them. I mean, I want to pass these down to my kids. And in fact, my kids already have some of their own, that handmade blankets that my grandmother made for them as well. I mean, she would be their great grandmother. And so I'm really blessed to have those heirlooms in my house, and we use them. I mean, my grandma, she made us a couple of lap blankets, and I use those. I have a blanket on my bed that I use every evening. If I'm feeling a bit chilly, I'll just wrap it around my legs and just get cozy. And, you know, there's no reason for us to invest in blankets. And if we do get blankets in this house, it's only because somebody gifted it to us. It's not because we went out and bought it. Well, guys, that's all for all the things that I don't buy. Comment below and let me know what you don't buy anymore and how you're living a more frugal, intentional life. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. Click the like button if you got value from this video. Hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.